Yes, rhinos, rhinos.
Hi, pretty Easy girl. Someone's favorite animal, I know that. These are pretty awesome animals. This is Mufasa over there, and Isha is over here. These are a southern white rhinoceros, which is the largest species of rhino in the world. We moved our 2 zebra down here. Oh, zebra. Those are our younger boys right here. Oh. We have a herd of zebra. We have to take the boys out when they're coming to be about a year old because the male doesn't like them around, and that's usually when they would leave their herd anyway. So we are going to be transporting those 2 off somewhere. We just moved them down here earlier today, I guess, because they weren't in here on my first tour. But anyway, these 2 are some of the sweetest animals we have on property. Many people will not guess that with rhinos because they're pretty scary looking, to be completely honest. I mean, they're giant and they have big old giant horns on their face. Let me pull up a little bit.
Scary. I think they're beautiful.
They're absolutely gorgeous.
The squirrels. Yep. Squirrel. My name is John. I have just met you and I love you. Squirrel. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. And that's Mufasa, right?
This is Mufasa.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty close.
What a handsome rhino.
Yeah, he's a handsome boy, for sure, and she's a beautiful girl.
How much do they weigh?
Anybody want to guess how much these 2 rhinos weigh?
5,000 pounds.
That's a good guess. Anybody else? 2,500. Oh, 3,500.
That's like a
10,000. All very good guesses. Most people guess like 1,000 pounds or something. They're about 7,000 each. Yeah,
wow.
They're pretty massive animals, for sure. What was your guess? 6,000? We were the closest. They're about 7,000.
With them in the back.
Yeah.
I can try.
They're pretty big. I mean, they're about the weight of this truck with us in it, probably.
It's good.
Yeah. Just hold it.
But these are a southern white
I didn't
rhino.
get your,
Africa has white
Thank
and
you.
black rhinos. The way that you can tell the 2 apart isn't by the color. Both rhinos are gray. It doesn't actually make any sense why they're called black and white rhinos. The difference is the shape of their mouth. A white rhino has a square jaw and a black rhino has a pointed jaw, and that's really the biggest difference between the 2 of them because they eat different types of food. One's a grazer, one's a browser.
Uh-oh.
Are there many in the wild?
Their horns are entirely made out of keratin, which is fingernail.
Whoa.
Oh, he's being rude.
Mufasa, come on, that's your mate.
I've never seen him be that rude. I've never seen him be that rude to her. He's like, we've been kept inside for way too long.
Wow.
Yeah, that is. It's a big fingernail, essentially, on the front of their face, right there. And then somebody asked me another question down here.
Are there many in the wild?
So out of all of the rhino species, this is the most abundant. There's still only about 20,000 left globally, so wild including captivity. So that's pretty low. Black rhinos, there's somewhere about 5,000 left globally, and then Indian and Javan rhinos, there's about 2,500 of them left globally as well, which is pretty sad. Yeah.
Can I also add something as well about the rhinos? And also, there's only like, and I know it's kind of hard to hear, but I did hear, like I was telling you earlier, but at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, they only have 2 of 7 northern white rhinos left in the world, and the Cincinnati Zoo in Ohio has only 2 of Sumatran rhino in captivity. The other less than 100 are in a preserve in Sumatra.
Yeah. The Sumatran rhinos, there's only a couple hundred left. So there's a northern and a southern white rhinoceros. This is the southern white rhino, which is about 20,000 left. Northern white rhino, there's 7 left in the world. And then eastern and a western black rhino. Eastern black rhino is extinct as of 2011, and then a western black rhino, there's about 5,000 left. So rhinos are going quite quickly, all due to that horn. There has been a massive influx of poaching for rhino horn.
Nobody's been
That's-
killed
that's
in
rotten.
a nature reserve in Nepal for the past 5 years.
What was that?
A rhino hasn't been killed in a nature reserve in Nepal for the past 5 years.
In Nepal?
Yeah.
Yeah, well that's good. Africa, there's been crazy amount of poaching. Last year alone, over 1,000 rhinos were poached for their horn in Africa, which is really sad. It's illegal to do that there, but people will pay a lot of money for that rhino horn. It's worth more than its weight in gold. So,
Dang.
it's like, you know, that's like maybe $2 million worth of rhino horn, which is crazy to think about. People would pay that much money for a rhino horn, which is just fingernails.
Take any money for a
Yeah.
rhino horn. Never. That's just
It's all the same stuff. So, yeah, but it's because, you know, it has it's a cultural thing. It has they believe it has like a medicinal value to it, sort of.
If they die naturally, will you sell it?
No, it's illegal to do that. We actually had one that died here on property. When was that? Maybe like almost 10 years ago. Our last rhino, his name is Bender. We have his skull. Actually, I have his skull in the bones, and I work on all of our animals that have died. I work in our osteology lab. We do a lot of research and education and things like that. But that horn, I have no idea where it's at. I don't think it's ever going to come out of the owner's closet. Yep.
Your boss probably has it.
The boss has it somewhere, and that's
$1,000,000.
Yep.
Well,
That's his.
Oh, they're so cute.
What a pretty
They're just-
Isha girl.
man, look at that horn.
You're
It doesn't look like the
gorgeous.
enclosure would do much. like,
like they
yeah.
walk
through that.
They're 7,000 pounds, and they can run 35 miles an hour. So no, you're right. If they want
boy.
to get out, they certainly can.
Jumanji, run! It's a
Yes,
stampede.
They will do whatever kind of damage they want, for sure. But if you keep them happy, if you feed them, we feed them 200 pounds of food a day, by the way. They eat a lot of
And
food.
what do they eat besides hay?
There's just some hay, and there's a sweet feed grain in there.
Okay.
That's really it.
I think that's what he was mad about, because he was thinking that.
Yeah, he's like, I want the
good
grain, I want the good stuff. Exactly.
He's like, man, I already ate all this hay.
Exactly.
I did all the work.
Yeah, exactly.
And sorry again, but this one is Aisha, right?
Isha, yeah.
Isha. Okay, Isha.
They're so cute.
They're
Really, honestly, one of our sweetest animals, and they are so fantastic. They really have really great personalities. I would have never guessed these two know their names. I wouldn't have think rhinos would be that kind of intelligent. Most things don't really know their names. These two do, believe it or not, which is really crazy.
Awesome.
I got to pet these two. Shadowing their keepers. That was my favorite day I've ever had on property. I was so excited.
I envy you.
And they'll trot right up and they'll let you pet them and scratch them.
Aw.
They're so sweet.
And normally they're not the most friendly animals, are they?
Definitely not. I mean,
Okay.
only because I was with their keepers. I mean, if I were to just like hop in there, they'd be like, who are you? You're in my house, sort of thing. But you know, going in with a friend is totally different, and they have a fantastic sense of smell and really, really good hearing. They can really individualize different voices. So, yeah, being with the keepers is the key there.
He is. He's
Whom have raised them for a very long time. Okay, we will pull out of here and head up towards the lake, and then we'll switch around for the top suite.